Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. What's today? Tuesday. Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. It is March. Hello. Hey, y'all. My cousin is here. Hey, Lauren. Hey, Harper Pie. I miss you guys so much. So welcome. We're going to give folks a couple more minutes to get in here. Maybe we'll get like a couple more people. I don't know if we get a whole bunch of folks today, but we'll get a few people. Harper, you have this shirt. You remember this shirt? You've been wearing your shirt, girlfriend? We have these. Anybody can get them. So we got Harper in here. We got some other folks popping in. How is everybody doing today? The sun is out here in Detroit, here in Michigan. We're happy because it hasn't been out in the past couple days, so that's a good thing. I got my Black Girl MATHgic pillow. I got my shirt. I got my sign in the back. You know, we just making it happen over here. Okay, so this month March is National Reading Month. And so we're celebrating. We should be reading every single month, hopefully every single day. But National Reading Month is a time for us to really just love on books and enjoy books and have fun with books and read books and talk about books and, just books. So I thought it would be really fun today to read this wonderful book right here, The Girl with a Mind for Math, the story of Ray Montague. This book was written by Julia Finley Mosca and illustrated by Daniel Riley. It is an amazing, amazing book. I actually did not know the story of Ray Montague until I started on the Black Girl MATHgic journey. And she passed away a couple of years ago. But she has an amazing story that Julia Finley Mosca wrote in this book. So we're going to read it today. And before we get started, let me just tell you guys a little bit more about who I am, because this is actually my first time going live since I started Black Girl MATHgic. I wanted to do it a long time ago, but given everything that's going on in the world, this was actually worked out to be a good time for me to go live. So my name is Brittany, and I'm the founder of Black Girl MATHgic. And Black Girl MATHgic, I have a box right here. It is the first and only monthly subscription box designed to increase math confidence and decrease math anxiety in girls on the 3rd to 8th grade math level. So I literally mail math confidence to your doorstep every single month, and full of activities. I always interview a woman mathematician for your girls to learn about, and include other items that make our themes come to life. We do a different theme every month, a real world theme. Hey, Cherise. Hey, Z. Hey. We got some people joining. So yeah, that is my product. And I also have apparel. I have mini mailers where you can get just the stuff that I create that comes in the box right here. So I'll leave the links to my websites. I don't want to talk too much about that right now because I want to get into the reading, but I'll leave the links to my websites on here. So if you're joining us live, please do drop in and say hello. We got Harper, we got Z. I think my husband Oscar is also here. My mama might even be here. I don't know. She might be here. So, my sister just popped in, Michelle. Hey girl, hey. So I'm just gonna get right into it. So, The Girl with a Mind for Math, the story of Ray Montague. Harper, Z, y'all ready? Okay. Let me get a little closer. If there's something you want, but it seems out of reach, here's a story for you, a great truth it will teach. When you focus your mind, you'll succeed through and through, like one bold engineer by the name Montague. And this is the art. So there she is, her little setup right there. Next page. Angel, I hope Angel is watching, Michelle. Hey, Angel baby. In a state we call Arkansas, one winter day, a baby was welcomed. A girl they called Ray. She was bright as a star, super smart from the start. She was headstrong, this child, and not faint of heart. So there's the art of Ray when she was a baby girl, like many of you. Yes, this girl had potential. Her granddad was proud. He told her, "Work hard, you'll stand out from the crowd." Then something she cherished when Ray was just 7. He took her to see her first ship. It was heaven. Her first ship. Find out more about that. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, Angel has an attitude this morning. Tell her, see, once she learns about Ray Montague, that attitude is gonna go away. This is a wonderful story. A real submarine? Her eyes open wide. Who made it? She asked as they followed the guide. Engineers, said the man, giving Ray's head a pat. But my dear, you don't need to know all about that. At the time, the man's insult went over her head. No, you can't, were the words he had meant but not said. Engineering, thought Ray, and her life's dream began, except most people laughed when she told them her plan. So, I'm going to pause really quick. James is here. That means Nova is here. Hey, Nova. So we have somebody telling this little girl, she sees a ship, she falls in love, she wants to be an engineer. We have somebody telling her that she can't do it. Do we think that she's not going to do it? We're going to find out. Stay strong, said her mom. Use your brains. You'll be fine. There will always be people who pay you no mind. Just because you're a girl and because you are black, don't let them or the state of your school hold you back. I'm going to read that one more time. Just because you're a girl and because you are black, don't let them or the state of your school hold you back. So this was Ray's mom telling her, like, don't listen to people. Don't listen to haters. You don't got time for the haters. You see, schools in those days were what's called segregated. The black and white students were kept separated. That's wrong, you exclaim. It was dismal, no fooling. And worst of all, white kids received better schooling. But Ray studied hard. She had grit, taught herself. She was gifted in math and read books by the shelf. When the time came for college, she knew what to choose. She learned to build boats, but she got some bad news. Let's go here, see what that bad news was. Engineering's not taught to black students, they said. Her heart hit the floor. I'll take business instead. She'd learn what she could, and she'd learn the rest later. Their rules were unjust, but that school would not break her. So just because they told her that engineering couldn't be taught to black students, she was like, I'm still going to figure out a way. I'm going to push through this. So let's turn the page to see how she did that. Ray finished with honors. Oh boy, what a smarty. She said her farewells. There was no time to party. I'm off to a place filled with history's greats, the capital city of all 50 states. Where's the capital city? Now, finding a job, it turned out that took time. She looked and she looked. Ray was not one to whine. Then it must have been fate. At least that's what it seems. Where she was hired to type, where they built submarines. Remember, she fell in love the first time she saw a ship, and now she gets hired to type where they build them. The Navy. That's right. Oh, but hold all your cheers. Ship designing was only for trained engineers. So she watched as they worked, and she learned every task, even studied computers by night in a class. So remember, they told her that she could not study engineering because she was Black. She got hired to type where they build the ships, which is what she wanted to do. And then when she got there, they said, well, you can't build ships because you aren't an engineer. So let's see what happens. Hi, Auntie. Thank you. My auntie said I'm doing a great job. Thank you, Auntie. Then her big break arrived. The whole staff got the flu. Ray did all of her work and the engineers too. Her boss was in shock. How? He exploded. From memory, said Ray, and with that got promoted. So again, she was told she couldn't do something. She was told that because she was Black and because she was a woman, she couldn't do something, and she still did it. So she got promoted. Let's see what happens. Life should have been swell, yet that wasn't the case. Her boss treated her poorly because of her race. Many people, like him, tried to make her feel small. Ray just held her head high, and she outworked them all. What next? From the White House, there came a command. The president ordered a ship. Make it grand. And quickly, he added. Well, that didn't fly. All those plans would take engineers months to supply. Watch what happens. Time for the plot twist. Here's the thing about that. When designing a boat, there are thousands of measurements one needs to note. All those numbers take math, and that takes some time. But Ray had been working on something sublime. Ray was not letting anybody tell her she couldn't do what she had dreamed to do. She was persisting. She was moving. She was not letting these people stop her. She took a deep breath. I can solve this, she said. I've come up with a system to do it instead. I'll draw the plans faster, she told them. Don't fret. I'll design the first ship by computer. No sweat. So I'm going to pause right here because I know a lot of our little ones today, when you were born, computers were already around. But when Ray was coming up, computers were not around. So her designing the first ship by computer, that was a really, really, really big deal, especially for somebody who was told she couldn't study the thing that would have taught her how to build computers. And she figured it out herself, or build ships, but she figured it out herself. So let's keep going. How long do you think that might take? What's your guess? Would it take her a month? Maybe weeks for success? Well, it took calculations and tons of caffeine, but Ray finished in hours, just over 18. 18 hours for something that they said was going to take months. She finished designing this ship in 18 hours. That is less than a day. How many hours in a day, guys? 24. Less than a day. She designed this ship. Let's keep going. Her program, it worked. All the blueprints were done. The ship was constructed. The engineers stunned. You did it, they cheered. And her boss had to say that her quick mind for math had in fact saved the day. That's why this book is called The Girl with a Mind for Math. Her quick mind for math has saved the day. So she got them looking really good in front of the president. This was President Nixon, I believe. Richard Nixon. I believe he was the president at the time. The end? No, not quite. When Ray's ship was unveiled, only white men could go. And Ray's invite, not mailed. Say what? You heard right. No invite? Abhorrible. In fact, some might say it was downright deplorable. So imagine you had spent all this time, you spent 18 hours putting something together at work. You designed it. You put all the hard work into it. And then when it was time to have the big party to celebrate what you designed, you weren't even invited. Not right. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's see what Ray did. Yet Ray kept her cool, gave her best every day. And in time, all her skills were applauded. Hooray! People learned of her work. Who's this Ray? They demand. When they met her, they stared. They expected a man. Yes, that happened a lot. Many could not believe that a woman of color did all she'd achieved. Some even thought Ray was a maid. Sad but true. When they ordered a drink, she'd say, "Bring me one too." She's like, "I'm not a maid. Y'all getting drinks, I'm getting one as well." All her humor and wit served her well through the years as she battled the hard times with laughs and not tears. And that boss in the Navy, who been so unkind, made Ray the first woman to lead ship design. Y'all see that? You see the art here? That's Ray, and that is the ship, one of the ships of the many that she designed. And these are all the people looking at her. She is the first woman to lead ship design in the United States Navy. Amazing. More honors would follow. Her fame picked up steam. And finally, at last, she had accomplished her dream. That title she worked for, an engineer, score. Now the world knows her feats. She is hidden no more. So Ray finally got the title and the job of engineer. So the lesson to all is don't ever give in. Take a chance. Rock the boat. If it sinks, you can swim. When a storm comes your way, hold your course and don't stress. Never quit. And like Ray, propel straight to success. What a story, right? Again, the name of the book is on Amazon. The Girl with a Mind for Math, the story of Ray Montague. So, this book was written before Ray passed away, and there is a little message from her in the book, so we're going to read that together too. So, this is her picture. This is the real woman right here. And it says, "Dear reader, if you have a dream like I did, study hard and stay focused. Always remember that just because someone says you can't, that doesn't have to stop you. You might have to go in a different direction, and it might take you a little longer, but you can achieve your dreams." Ray Montague. So, I hope you guys really enjoyed this story. The Girl with the Mind for Math, the story of Ray Montague by Julia Finley Mosca. Ray, as we just heard, went through a lot. She fell in love with ships as a little girl, and she said, okay, in order to work with ships, I have to be an engineer. But when she got to school to study engineering, they said only white kids could study engineering. Like black kids, you can't study engineering. So she pivoted, which is she basically said, okay, I'm going to switch over. I'm going to focus on something else, but I'm not going to give up on my dreams. So she decided to study business and worked her way, used that to work her way into a job at the Navy, which is like where they use ships and build ships all the time. And then study when nobody else was studying, put in the work, put in the hours, put in the time, and it all paid off. But even after it paid off, because of racism, because of sexism, because she was a black woman, she didn't even get invited to the party for all her hard work. But she didn't let that stop her. You know, sometimes things can happen and we'll just be like, you know what? I give up. This is not for me. I'm not good at this. They're holding me back, whatever the case may be. And Ray, I'm sure she had those moments because she was human. You know, we all have those moments, but she didn't let that stop her. She kept going. And then finally, she became the first woman and the first black person to be the first female program manager of ships in the Navy. An amazing story. And thank you so much to Julia Finley Mosca, who also has several other books about the girl with blah, blah, blah. So she has an amazing scientist series. So she writes several books about amazing scientists and the struggles they had to go through to be great, and their stories and their victories. So thank you so much to Julia Finley Mosca for writing this book. And my family, let's see who else says stuff. Hi Kaya, she says, love this, Brittany. And then my lovely friend Whit said, good job, Britt. Thank y'all so much. I am so glad that you guys decided to join me today. I'm going to be doing more of these short live videos. I don't know what else I'm going to be talking about, but I have been brainstorming some different things. So I will be popping in again probably next week with maybe some math activities to do at home. I don't know. You guys let me know what you want to see, and I'll be brainstorming as well. And again, I'm Brittany with Black Girl MATHgic. You can find us. You're already on our Facebook page, so make sure to like the page if you haven't. Also on Instagram. And as long as the post office is running, fingers crossed, we will be shipping our monthly Math Confidence subscription boxes. And I want to thank y'all again so much for joining me today. And make sure to check this book out. Thank you, Michael. Michael's here too. Hey, thank you, Michael. Oh, Vanessa. Thank you, Vanessa. What's your daughter's name? You said you have the box for your 10-year-old. I love it. Getting the April box ready right now. Get it ready right now as we speak. Actually, when I get off, that's what I'm going to be working on. So I'm just so glad y'all were able to join us today. I really hope you enjoyed this story. I just have Zion. Yes! I love writing her name on the box every month. Such a cool name. If she's there, hey Zion, hey girl, hey. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoy the story. Stay tuned. Keep following us for updates. Send me ideas. I love getting ideas from everywhere. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.